On the Club World Cup, do all formats find their home in the end? Is this going to find its feet and become part of the football staple diet every 4 years? George is a big Chelsea fan. George, good morning. You're looking forward to seeing your team in action tonight?
Yes, guys. Good morning. Great show as always. I'm looking forward to seeing, like the other Chelsea fans said, seeing Delap. Long as he actually gets the game time and stuff like that. They haven't just stuck him on. They don't just stick him on the bench. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. What I want to talk about though with the Club World Cup, it keeps getting knocked at the moment. I'm not sure if it's because it's the first one and stuff like that, but this format of it. But I guarantee you this, going on to what the press do and the media and stuff, as soon as Liverpool FC get into this tournament, as soon as they qualify for it, you watch this tournament excel. It'll become the biggest tournament, the most important tournament, and it will all be about that. You watch it, I guarantee you, your Jamie Carragher's, your Danny Mills, they'll be going on about how important it is, how big it is, how they need to win this.
Why is that, George? What difference did Liverpool's arrival in the scene make?
The media bias that we've just all been talking about, is that's what it is. As simple as that. As soon as they get there, it will be the biggest tournament on earth. I guarantee you that. We want to win it. It's going to be pretty hard with those teams in it. I saw Paris Saint-Germain last night, but to clear 100 million, I think everybody would want to win that, wouldn't they?
I would have thought so. I
was with him for a large part of that conversation, and I understand some of the point he's making. If, say, for example, with Man United and Liverpool in it, the media attention would be greater, more focused, because these football clubs have this sort of legacy feel about them. I don't know. Do you see anything in what he just said about the bias in the media of Liverpool? Or I drew Man United into it, but he didn't. But
yeah, well, it is interesting because I was discussing this on Friday, where it did mention that some of these teams, like Liverpool and Manchester United, and that there now feel as if they've been outed. Obviously the criterion was something to do with the last 3 or 4 years of Champions League football. Is that correct?
Well, I think
what I'm saying is that but the minute that now, my own particular view is that I'm looking at it from a managerial viewpoint, where I think it's a long competition. However, as you mentioned earlier, if you're the owner of the football club, you take the money. Here's the point: if there's that, this may well take off. It may well take off, but I just wonder.
You have reservations about it?
I have reservations about it. Yes, primarily because of when it is. Maybe some of these teams then might take this on as a pre-season tournament
and use it differently,
and that could do very, very well. But what you might have to do is you might have to take the Aucklands out of it then. I'm sorry about that because if you're going to have a competition that incorporates, let's say, 6 or 7 pre-season games at high level, then you're going to have to take the minnows out of it.
That will fly directly in the face of the principles, the alleged principles behind it.
Yeah,
we know what the real principles are. This is a land grab for Infantino because he looks at the Champions League season opportunity. FIFA have no real business involving themselves in domestic football. That should be the domestic federations, but they are. But the Wenger mentality, and when I spoke to him about it, was that we've got a global sport that needs to be able to develop players. There's a talent pool out there of millions of players that aren't getting opportunities, that could be getting opportunities. More clubs can have better players without having to have only the best clubs. More money in these federations.
Simon, Nick has been waiting very patiently. Nick, take me to the break. Good morning to you. What about the Club World Cup? Are you buying into it?
Well, I'm not buying into your advert on talkSPORT saying 32 of the world's greatest clubs, by the way. Absolute bunkum. About 4 of the world's greatest clubs, maybe 5 or 6, but honestly, the rest of it, if you're Liverpool or Arsenal, this gives Arsenal the best chance ever of finishing second again next season, because Chelsea and Man City will be shattered by the time they get to March. If you're going to win the Champions League, what would you rather win, the Champions League or this tournament that nobody cares about? Because when it gets to the latter stage of the Champions League next season, assuming Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal are in there, they are going to be shattered, right? And Liverpool are sat there on a beach right now laughing. I don't care about whether they want to be invited or they don't want to be invited, because they're sat there now relaxing. They'll come out pre-season and do their own pre-season thing. They won't be playing Auckland. They won't be playing Al Hilal. Seriously,
Al-Ahly.
seriously, it's an absolute joke.
They might be sharper for the start of the season, you never know. Listen, thanks for that, Nick. Tom, Leeds fan, you've been waiting patiently as well. I've got to squeeze you in. Good morning. What do you want to say in it?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what everybody else has said, guys. I think that it's only going to get good later on. I think that you're going to be having the conversation around teams getting absolutely binned. You know, the 10-0 last night was hilarious, and it's gonna be the case. I mean, there isn't a good game until the 24th, and that's when Benfica play Bayern Munich. That's good. That'll be competitive. You've then got Juve and Man City on the Thursday. I think they're the only two games really that are going to be deeply competitive. And like the previous caller said, when this gets to the end, it'll be reported on. Everyone will be talking about it. Oh, all the teams are tired, and they'll be coming out saying, player exhaustion. The players are all tired in the Premier League. It's because of the Club World Cup. And all this is a really, really easy way for Real Madrid, PSG, Man City, someone like that, to get a big bag of cash.
Okay, Tom. And it is a big bag of cash. Of that, there is no doubt. Chelsea, LAFC, Boca Juniors, Benfica. That's on the way as we hit 11.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.